and you're insanely good looking and probably won't remember me anyway. I'm thinking we should have sex.
Welcome back to Film Picks. Today, we're counting down the top 10 romantic comedies that not only conquered the box office, but also left critics scratching their heads. Yes, you heard it right, these films were hits with audiences, but snubbed by critics. But before we unpack the love and laughs, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more cinematic adventures, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our next countdown. Now, let's find out which rom-coms had critics reaching for their popcorn or maybe their pitchforks. Without further ado, the top 10 rom-coms hits that critics hated. The Princess Diaries 2, Royal Engagement 2004.
This is so cool!
The Princess Diaries 2, Royal Engagement follows the continuing adventures of Mia, who is now on the brink of assuming her role as the Queen of Genovia. The catch? She must find a husband within 30 days to secure the throne. As Mia navigates the ups and downs of royal courtship, she discovers that matters of the heart can be as tricky as maneuvering through a ballroom dance. Now, why do critics frown upon this royal romp? Critics argued that the film didn't offer much originality or innovative storytelling while targeting a young audience. However, the movie found success at the box office. Despite the critics' disdain, audiences can't resist the allure of a good old princess tale. It's the kind of movie that makes you believe in love, magic, and the idea that finding a husband in 30 days is a perfectly reasonable and stress-free endeavor.
Sorry!
The Ugly Truth 2009.
Can I get a scotch on the rocks, please?
The Ugly Truth is a romantic comedy that chronicles the witty and slightly out of the ordinary journey of Mike and direct relationship specialist and TV producer Abby. Reluctantly, Abby hooks up with Mike when she has to increase her show's ratings. Mike provides her with his raw and, well, ugly realities about relationships. In this fight of the sexes, sparks fly and mayhem breaks out as they negotiate the highs and lows of love. Audiences love The Ugly Truth despite critics rolling their eyes. Critics might argue that the film relies too heavily on rom-com cliches, but hey, sometimes a good rom-com is like your favorite comfort food, predictable, but oh so satisfying. It's like ordering pizza. You know what you're getting, but you still look forward to that cheesy goodness. In the end, The Ugly Truth is a guilty pleasure that delivers laughs and, yes, some eye-rolling moments.
Wow, you look great. Oh, I was just doing the dishes.
Life as We Know It 2010.
Promise I never have to see him again.
Life as We Know It is a romantic comedy that thrusts two complete opposites into the turbulent realm of parenthood after their mutual friends pass away tragically, leaving them as Sophie's uninvited keepers. Holly and Eric are thrown into a frenzy of diaper changes, sleepless nights, and unexpected romance as they are forced to cohabitate and deal with the difficulties of parenthood together. Though some critics give Life as We Know It the cold shoulder, audiences love it, maybe because it's like watching a comedy of errors play out in the chaotic symphony of motherhood. Critics may argue that the plot is formulaic, but hey, sometimes a familiar recipe results in the most heartwarming comfort food. You know what to anticipate from it because you've eaten it before, but damn it if it doesn't always satisfy.
What a surprise.
Oh,
What?
sweetie, you have poo on your face.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days 2003.
How-to girl. I want to write about things that matter.
The romantic comedy, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days centers on the experiences of Andy, a magazine journalist assigned to write a piece about how to get a guy to break up with her in 10 days. Conversely, advertising executive Benjamin Barry wagers that he can get any lady to fall in love with him in the same amount of time. As luck and romantic comedy logic would have it, Andy and Benjamin come into contact without realizing each other's true intentions. Some critics felt that it followed predictable patterns inherent to the genre, and the premise of a woman attempting to drive a man away within 10 days seemed cliched. While the film received mixed reviews from critics, it found love among audiences and achieved commercial success. The movie's light-hearted and entertaining approach to the romantic comedy genre, along with the appealing performances of its cast, contributed to its popularity.
Where's the sexy, cool, fun, smart, beautiful Andy that I knew?
50 First Dates 2004.
Don't worry, you're not going to suffer any short-term memory loss. But was your head shaped like an egg before she hit you?
The 2004 romantic comedy 50 First Dates has a distinctive twist. The movie centers on Henry, a Hawaiian veterinarian, and his love affair with Lucy, a short-term memory loss sufferer who wakes up every day forgetting. Henry sets out on a mission to win Lucy's heart by making her fall in love with him every single day. He must overcome the amusing obstacles of courting someone who falls in love every morning. Despite some critics scratching their heads like they just woke up in a tropical paradise with no memory of how they got there, audiences can't get enough of 50 First Dates. It's the heartwarming message that true love persists despite challenges. The quirky supporting characters who add a dash of humor to even the most poignant moments, turning serious discussions into giggle-worthy debates about breakfast preferences. In the end, love may be forgettable for Lucy each day, but this film's charm is unforgettable for audiences craving a blend of humor, heart, and a touch of tropical romance. The Holiday, 2006.
Honest with each other. Just tell me, did you sleep with her?
The Holiday is a romantic comedy that follows the lives of two women, Iris and Amanda, who decide to swap homes for the Christmas holiday to escape their respective relationship woes. As Iris finds herself in a luxurious Los Angeles mansion and Amanda navigates the cozy English countryside, both women unexpectedly cross paths with charming locals, leading to heartwarming and humorous romantic entanglements. The film was generally considered a box office success, even though it didn't receive universal critical acclaim. Critics might argue that the film leans into predictable rom-com tropes, but hey, it's like criticizing a Christmas tree for being too green. Sometimes you just want the comfort of twinkling lights, a crackling fireplace, and a love story that unfolds like a well-worn holiday sweater, comforting and slightly predictable. In the end, love, laughter, and a sprinkle of Christmas magic make this film a holiday classic, even if some critics are still trying to figure out why it's more mistletoe than masterpiece. Sweet Home Alabama, 2002. In the romantic comedy Sweet Home Alabama, Melanie Carmichael is a brilliant fashion designer in New York City who is about to wed the most eligible bachelor in town.
Oh my God.
Melanie Carmichael, will you marry me?
The problem is that she is still lawfully wed to Jake, her high school love, and they still dwell in her hometown of Alabama. Melanie has to face her past and go back to her roots to complete her divorce and go on with her fashionable life. This leads to a deliciously chaotic voyage of self-discovery and unexpected romance. The film received negative reviews due to its storyline, involving a woman returning to her small southern hometown and reevaluating her past relationships. The film was seen by critics as predictable and adhering to well-worn romantic comedy tropes. Audiences love Sweet Home Alabama, despite some critics furrowing their brows. What's the southern charm that keeps audiences coming back for more? Maybe it's the humor that sprinkles the film, turning awkward family reunions and small-town gossip into laugh-out-loud moments and the heartwarming chaos of Sweet Home Alabama.
I'm really happy in New York. But then I come down here and this fits too.
Valentine's Day, 2010. Valentine's Day is a romantic comedy that weaves together multiple love stories, capturing the ups and downs of romance on the most romantic day of the year.
Oh my gosh, I totally love him.
And I'm crazy about her.
Sabian wrote his number on my hand.
There you have it, young love, full of promise, full of hope, ignorant of reality.
The film follows a diverse cast of characters in Los Angeles as they navigate love, heartbreak, and unexpected connections, all against the backdrop of Valentine's Day. From longtime couples to first-time crushes, the movie explores the various facets of love, creating a tapestry of intertwining stories. Despite some critics giving Valentine's Day, the side-eye audiences can't resist the charm of this star-studded ensemble rom-com. Perhaps it's the relatable mishaps and surprises that come with love, or maybe it's the delightful humor that turns Valentine's Day into a roller coaster of emotions like a heart-shaped box of assorted chocolates that keeps you guessing. Critics might argue that the film leans on romantic cliches, but hey, love itself is a timeless classic, much like a well-worn romantic comedy that you watch every Valentine's Day.
I'd like to send a dozen of those to the best girl at my school.
These for your wife?
I'm 10 years old.
Anyone but you, Team 23.
What the fuck? What the? One might be in you.
I'm good.
It's probably a better way to check than what I did.
In the movie Anyone But You, two strangers named Ben and B have a fantastic first date that ends badly due to an incident towards the end. The two, believing that the worst is over, are forced to attend a destination wedding in Sydney, Australia, where they must act like a couple even though they despise one another greatly. Critics gave the movie a bad review. The majority of critics give weak acting, memorable comedy, and a lack of chemistry as reasons why they don't enjoy the film. Despite critics scratching their heads, audiences have been quite appreciative. They seem to enjoy the film's humor, highlighting Powell and Sweeney's performances. In the end, the film shattered a decade-old box office record, making it an unexpected success in the genre. The Proposal, 2009.
We're getting married.
Who is getting married?
You and I are getting married.
In the romantic comedy The Proposal 2009, Sandra Bullock plays Margaret Tate, a successful Canadian book editor who is about to be deported from the US since her visa has expired. Margaret begs her assistant Andrew Paxton, played by Ryan Reynolds, to marry her in an attempt to stay in the nation by giving him a promotion in exchange. The two go to Andrew's family's Alaskan home, where they have to deal with unexpected family dynamics, the stirrings of real feelings, and the complexity of their fictitious engagement. Despite some critics giving The Proposal a raised eyebrow, audiences fell head over heels for the film. The undeniable chemistry between Bullock and Reynolds and the hilarious mishaps that come with any classic romantic keep audiences hooked. Critics might argue that the plot is predictable, but the film smashed the box office. In the end, love, laughter, and a fake engagement in Alaska make this film a guilty pleasure, even if critics are still debating the logistics of a Canadian deportation. And there you have it. Which of these rom-coms surprised you the most? Did your favorite make the list, or did we stir up some memories of forgotten gems? Let us know in the comments below.